Shalom, and welcome to another installment of Apostles GMS, giving all praises to Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai. Today's topic is going to be entitled Debunking False Doctrines. And the title pretty much says it all. You know, you have a lot of different groups out there. You have the Black Consciousness Movement, which you have different philosophies among themselves and among the different groups, different doctrines, even among the Israelites. You have a lot of different Israelite groups. Not all Israelite groups are the same. You have some that don't believe that the Messiah came, they don't believe in the New Testament. You have some that believe in the Old and New Testament, but they have different beliefs about certain things. You have some groups that say that Esau can make it. You have some that say Cornelius was an Edomite as opposed to being an Israelite. So you have a lot of doctrines out there. So, we're just going to go from there. So whatever y'all got to say, go ahead and say it.
I got a scripture. This is 2 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 3. For though we walk in the flesh, we do not war after the flesh. Verse 4. For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through the Most High to the pulling down of strongholds. And that's the thing, you guys that come up against us, you think you're coming up against us. You're not coming up against men. You're coming up against the power of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Because, like it says, for the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through the Most High to the pulling down of strongholds. Cause the one that's making us do this is Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, putting the Spirit on us to go out there and debunk and rebuke, these different philosophies, these different wayward doctrines, because like the elder Apostle Tar was just mentioning, he was speaking about these guys they're getting all together, one with another. They all call themselves Israelites, but they're getting together one with another, but one believes in a different doctrine than the other one believes in, and that's a division. So our job, as being men of the Lord, men of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, is to see that situation and basically point out the wrongs about that, in the hopes that certain ones of them that are of the elect can get themselves out of that situation, because if you teaching that the Messiah hasn't come yet, you're totally lost. You're worse than them so-called Jews, because here it is, you're a real Israelite. And you're following the doctrine of these so-called Jews, these Khazar rats. So it says, for the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through the Most High to the pulling down of strongholds, casting down imaginations and every high thing that exalted itself against the knowledge of the Most High, and bringing into captivity every thought to the obedience of Yahweh Shai. And that basically is our job. Yeah, so basically, like the world believes that there's a certain segments of different doctrines of the world that believe that the Messiah didn't come yet. There's some of them that don't believe in the Messiah at all. Some people don't believe in the Bible. Like my man Polite, they don't believe in the Bible. them Egyptologists, they don't believe in the Bible. They'll say or they'll say that the Bible is plagiarized.
I don't think Polite knows what he believes in. That's all just a smorgasbord of bullshit, man. It's confusion. It's nothing but confusion,
well,
man.
He believes in money. He believes in making money.
Well, that's one thing he believes in.
He believes in that. The Benjamins. I did a Google search. I typed in how old is the earth according to the Bible. And most of the information, most of the sites say that the earth is about 6,000 years old. And they use, biblically.
Biblically, but if you go to, in general, how old is the earth, it'll be according to Esau,
billion years or something like that.
5.4, I believe it's either 5.4 or 4.5 billion years.
Yeah.
That's how old the earth is.
Yeah, most of the sites, and in post-production, I'll try to put it, most of them say 6,000 years, but like Elder Tar said, according to the Bible. Okay, so these elites, these top elites, they know the truth. You can't teach a lie unless you know the truth. So they know the truth. They know the truth, and they know what we're speaking is the truth. They know that we're teaching the truth. That's why they won't put us on their major media. All right? That's why Esau won't put us on their major media, because they know we're teaching the truth according to the Bible.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, and another thing too. Were you done?
No, go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Yeah, another thing too. Not just the earth, but the history. See, these international bankers know that the history of man only goes back about 5,000 years, almost 6,000 years.
Oh, to add to what you're saying, now you had this guy Eustace Mullins. Now, if we find the clip, we'll play it. It was Bobby, what was his last name? The Mouth of the South. He was being interviewed by Bobby Lee. And he asked Eustace Mullins, how far does your research go back to? And because Eustace Mullins' main source of research was the Library of Congress. So he asked him, how far does your research go back to? I believe he said 5,000 years. So he didn't say millions of years or billions of years. He said 5,000 years. All right, and this is Eustace.
That's the history of mankind.
That's the history of mankind. And Eustace
Yeah,
Mullins.
that's why Polite, he brags that the certain so-called Kemetic books were written before we put books together or script together, and he'll go back 2,000 to about 3,000 BC. He won't go any further than that, and that should give you an idea.
Yeah, and Eustace Mullins, everybody, all these pundits, New World Order pundits that knows anything, truly knows anything, they all credit Eustace Mullins as being the father of research. I mean, this guy, when you watch you can watch 30 minutes of Eustace Mullins and learn more than watching days of those other guys, those other pundits, because Eustace Mullins, he just flows with it. All right, so he said his research goes back to 5,000 years, so that's something to think about.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. And they know this, because they'll tell you different, because in order for them to be able to push their lie, they got to bring out they like for instance, I'll give you for an instance, this carbon dating and different other technology like that. They'll say it's billions of years old, because there's no way to really verify that, so you can't really verify. So if they say it's 1 billion years old, then the average person will be like, well, we can't research that. That's too far back. So they'll throw those crazy numbers out there, really to confuse and keep the people blinded. But what they don't count on is that the Most High is the one that's given us the revelation of the truth.
Yeah, I got a scripture. This is the book of 1 Timothy 6:20. It says, "O Timothy, keep that which is committed to thy trust. Avoid profane," which the word profane, the Latin word there is profanum, which means outside of the temple. Now, the temple is dealing with things of this truth. So it says, avoid profane and vain babblings and oppositions of science. That's what Polite is coming with. He's coming with that opposition. All right, with that Egypt shit. Not just him. This guy, Shaka Amos, he's another one coming with that opposition. So we are to avoid profane and vain babblings and oppositions of science falsely so called.
Yeah, because all they deal with is science.
Yeah.
And
yep.
The evidence,
Now, mind you, if we were to ask them what does the word science mean, I guarantee you they probably would not know the correct meaning of that word. All right, the word science literally means knowledge. All right, I believe in the Spanish is ciencia, which means knowledge. Okay, I'm not sure what the Latin word is, but you can look it up. And yeah, and the greatest knowledge on the planet Earth is this truth, is what we're giving you. This is the greatest knowledge. The Most High's name, his son's name, who the so-called white man is, what is America according to the Bible, what is the future of America, what's the future of the Israelites, who are the Israelites. That's real science, man, which is this knowledge. All right, so